Hello beautiful 9, hello beautiful life path. Number 9, my hermits, happy new year. We are quickly going from one year to the next, so whenever you see this, you may be already been in New Year, or we may just be on the cusp. I know it's dropping on Sunday the 29th, so 2 more days, and these readings are for that week, this week. So from the 29th to I believe the 3rd or 4th, so yeah, there you go. Here we go. Let's take a look at what the energy has to bring you for this week. Okay, 5 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. We're going to pull the clarifiers as well to see what comes in with it. Something turned. Oh yeah. Ten of Swords. Death card. Okay, so you start with the 5 of Cups, you end up with the 5 of Cups. It's very interesting. No surprise here. Very introspective. My beautiful 9s, you're always looking at what can be improved upon in your own life, right? What can I look at? What is my personal judgment on things? What's going on? So I see with the 5 of Cups, the 5 of Cups is looking at what's built and what stayed up. And I think that's basically how you're going to end and begin 2024 into 2025. I think that you're doing some major introspection, and I would be lying if I said that all the other signs were doing the same thing. The end of years and beginning of years always makes you look back on what happened that year and what you want to do for the upcoming year. The 6 of Pentacles here is about finding that balance. The 3 of Pentacles is talking about teamwork, projects, things that came to pass. And the Queen of Swords here, she's very, very pensive. I always loved this one. She's kind of like up on her pillow, up in the sky, taking a look at what's what. Her heart is safely encased in that little cage at the bottom, but it is still at the forefront of her. Even though she may not be like, you know, letting people step all over it, she's still showing it, and I like that. With the 10 of Swords, I feel that it's bringing in something about what you had to let go, what you finally, like, you know, what hit rock bottom, what had to end. And it's an opportunity to start over and not make the same mistakes again. That's absolutely what these are together. What did I do that that wasn't really great? How can I rebalance that, and how do I not do that again? That brings in the Death, the transformation card, which is wonderful because transitioning, transformation is always an endings and beginnings. It's always heralding profound change, and that's important. We also had, for a lot of the numbers, the ending card, the World card. So this card and the World card has been coming out a lot, especially in this month, because we're at that point, right, where the entire planet is very aware that one thing is ending and something else is beginning. Okay, it brings about a lot. Okay, so here we go. My apologies, I had to shut that down. And we have the 5 of Cups here that ends it, which, if I see one and the other, is there's a choice whether to look at things that went wrong, but then there's a choice of looking at what went right. And in this case, I feel this is what went right. What are the 2 cups that are left standing, and what that means to you? Okay, so that's pretty much what we're looking at. What has been going on? Okay, how can you transform the ones that were down and the ones that stayed up? First, it's a look back. then it's a look forward. Let's see what Spirit has to say. What kind of advice they want to give you at this point in this week. Okay, so here we have the Four of Pentacles. And here we have the Ten of Wands. The Four of Wands. Okay. Let's take a look. I'm going to try something here so that the cards are kind of, they have a lot of room between each other. Not too much overlapping. Okay. That feels good. That feels good. Doesn't it feel good, Hermit? My little hermits, my beautiful little introspectives. Alright, so in this you have two fours right away. I'm thinking to myself, yeah, you have two fours. What are fours really? They're about stability. They're about building that stability. I feel that with the Justice card. A few numbers that got the Justice card. It's about weighing out what feels fair. The Burden card, if I were to look at it, the numbers I generally make sure they're at the bottom. So this one is showing up at the top. I feel like it's telling me that in order to kind of release the burdens in the upcoming weeks and months, I want to say months, is to release a little bit of the control that you have on certain things. Control shows up in very different forms. Sometimes we want to control the outcome. We try to organize it to a fault. We try to introspect and have all of the facts down path, hoping and praying that it's going to ensure or guarantee that nothing will go wrong. But sometimes doing that adds to our burden. Sometimes you overplan or overdo or over-introspect. So in order to have less burdens, I think a celebration of where you are and everything that you've accomplished so far is coming into focus. A better focus. Instead, it's like swapping this four for this four will relieve the burden. Okay? And you may say, yeah, and the Justice card comes, it's like they're saying that's a fair choice to make at this point. Look, you're an introspector. You'll always be looking at things and planning on things, and you will do your very best to be prepared, right? You go into solitude, you get perspective, you do self-reflection, you contemplate, you do all of that stuff. But sometimes it's time to let it go and to celebrate, to have that time of, celebrating your accomplishments and being grateful and finding harmony and, giving yourself a pat on the back for completing a successful stage, which could be like the last year. So, in other words, don't be too rough on yourself. Give yourself time to relax, take a breath. I won't say meditation because you already do that. So the Four of Swords didn't show up. You just utilize that because you already have it as part of your makeup. There you go, my beautiful nines. This is for you for the end of the year. I hope that you have a fantastic week. I will be seeing you next week, as always. Take good care of yourself, and bye for now.